My name is Luciana Braga. I'm from Brazil. In Brazil, I worked as a child psychologist for many years, almost 10 years. I always work in the field of education and social psychology and institutional psychology as well. And I always was worried about children, the children issue, the development issue, and the family issue. And since I moved to Montreal, it was in 2010, I started to work professionally as a photographer and a video maker. And since the beginning, I wanted to continue my work in the childhood field. Well, actually, the first idea was Larissa's idea about doing this documentary. So she did the proposal to me. She had the idea ready that do this short documentary about this family because she thought that they had interesting way of educating their child, and they had very interesting way to mix their cultures, because it's a couple. She's from China, he's from Iran, and they are together for almost 20 years now. Yeah, I think in many cultures the time of the food, eating together, it's a special ritual, we say that, but maybe in the modernity it lost a little bit the sense. And for this family, it's a special moment that they preserve. And so that she said that I call it Canadian food, real Canadian food, because it's all mixed. And yeah, they were cooking something that was a mix of the Chinese plate and the Iranian plate that the grandma had cooked before, and something that they just invented. And they call it Canadian food. So this name just came to Larissa's ears and eyes, like, oh, I think that this is it. This is the name that. And when she told me, I agreed in the same moment, because it has everything to do with the dynamic of the family and the story that we wanted to tell. It's funny because people listen to the name and they think about food, what it's about. They never think that it's about a family, about immigration, about crossroad cultures. So, but it makes sense, and at the end people say, oh, it's good, it's a good story, and it's a good name for it. Yeah, in a certain way, yeah, because me too. I immigrate here. I left my past behind, far, far away, and I'm struggling with how keep this past present in my life, and how continue present in the people's lives, people's who are far from me, and how to bring my history to here, to this reality that I'm living now, and how to deal with all the cultures that I'm in touch with now. And I know that since I moved here at the beginning, mainly at the beginning, I was not too open to this diversity, and I always like to talk about my culture, to talk about how we live in Brazil, what we eat in Brazil, what kind of music we listen, and people are very open to it. They love Brazil around here. I'm not sure exactly how or why, but in different ways people are interested in that. And so it was usually in this direction, like me giving information and bringing my culture to people here. And I have to confess that only maybe a few months from now I started to be more open, and I'm sure that this experience that I had doing this film was made a difference for me, like to be more open to experience things like from other cultures, without judgments, without fear, without